again, everyone. We're back with another awesome game of old school Magic the Gathering. Today we'll be seeing a video with one of the most creative and fun decks I've played against yet in the format. If you want to skip right to the game, you could click the timestamp in the description below. But before we get to the match, I just want to plug the Northern Paladins, which is where I played this match. It's an excellent group of players. They have an active Discord channel. A lot of them try to meet on Tuesdays and Fridays to play. If you're getting into old school Magic, you want to test out some decks, use some proxies before you buy them. It's really one of the best groups of players that I've played with, and I highly recommend you check out their website in the description. So let's take a look at the first deck in today's video, and this deck is called Mirror Bond because it uses Fast Bond and Mirror Universe. So Fast Bond is an enchantment for 1 green that allows you to play out as many lands per turn as you like, and this is going to be really strong if you have, as you see here, lots of Howling Mines. Maybe you do an Ancestral Recall, Time Twister, you're drawing lots of lands, and you're dumping them onto the battlefield so you can ramp very, very quickly with this deck. And what I love seeing here is Dark Heart of the Woods. So this is a card from the Dark, very mysterious artwork with this heart, literally a heart floating, and it allows you to sacrifice forests for 3 life. So again, if you're just dumping out lots of land cards with Fast Bond, you can then you could sacrifice those lands then to gain more life. The key win condition here is going to be a Channel and Fireball. So converting your life into mana with Channel and then dumping it into a Fireball for a win. And this is also great with Dark Heart of the Woods because you could regain or gain tons of life to power up that Channel. So I think this is a deck, though, that you really have to see it playing to see how powerful it is, and I will shout this deck out for having 4 forks, and you will see him use these forks very well in this video. Switching over to the robot deck, we've covered this in previous videos, which I'll link to in the description. But robots, you want to play out Triskelion. I mean, this is he comes out, he's a 4/4 creature with 3 counters on him, and those counters can be removed and shot at creatures or the player for damage. So getting out Triskelion, putting Triskelion in the Talos' coffin, bringing him back out onto the battlefield with additional counters, using Transmute Artifact to find your Triskelion. These are all types of tricks. It's really one of the top level creatures in the format, and this deck wants to play it out. Now in the Paladins format, when you're limited to just 1 Mishra's Workshop, that is a little bit more difficult. So generally when I'm playing this version of the robots, I'm going to look to do a copy artifact on the Mox, a Felwar Stone, maybe even the Black Lotus to get out my creatures faster. I'm a really big fan in this deck. I always run at least 1 Clockwork Avian. It's a flyer creature. It's an 0/4, but comes in with 4 counters on it, making it a 4/4. Anytime Clockwork Avian attacks or blocks, it loses a counter. It's not, a meta creature or a top-level creature, but I find it really fun, and I love that you could put the counters back on it during upkeep or even put it in the coffin, exile it, bring it back to the graveyard, make a really powerful flying creature. So overall, this deck certainly has lots and lots of threats. And if you weren't playing the Paladins, you would see 4 workshops, 4 factories, making it even more deadly. But even the toned down version here is quite powerful, and we will see, though, can it keep up with the Fast Bond deck. So let's get into the video. It's me and Brandon doing commentary on a game I recently played with the Northern Paladins. Alright, we'll jump into another game with the robots deck.
More robots. Got all the robots.
Yeah.
I love that play, Matt.
Oh,
really cool. Just OG Terror.
Our OG Terror. It's a great artwork for. It's just all black background with the photo.
Yeah.
So robots on the red mat.
Red mat.
And the Terra.
The Terra.
Running a really interesting. So from New York, it's always gonna be a me.
The Terra.
I can't get rid of it.
So he's playing down
Running the Fast Bonds. So having some good mana here on the robots.
Yeah, you got 2 undergrounds, like Ruby, Volcanic Island is coming out, he's tapping 2, and there comes the Howling Mine. See a lot of Howling Mines, don't we?
I know I think again in a format where card draw is so difficult.
Yeah.
If used correctly, a Howling Mine can be very powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and it costs 2. Costs 2 to put out.
Yeah.
Like if you compare that to like a library, which is 4, and then 4 to activate.
Yeah. You mean a tome?
I'm sorry.
Which I just played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did just play that.
Yeah, it's interesting how they made some of these old cards. You would think like they could have made Howling Mine like 6 to cast, right? Like I don't know why they.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Dark Hearts of the Wood.
Yeah, this is seeing some more play in old school recently. So, again, from the dark,
Great
a
set.
black and a red to cast. You sacrifice a forest, gain 3 life.
Very cool. And like you said, I think that would probably come in pretty handy if he's throwing down those fast bonds, right?
Right, if you can get fast bond out, it could be very handy. It's being seen played also in land tax decks. So with land tax, if you have more lands than your opponent, then you pull 3 lands out of your deck and put it into your hand. So you could just play them out and then sack them to Dark Heart of the Woods. But
very cool, unique stuff.
Yeah.
Now you've got your Juggernaut out there.
Got the Juggernaut who disappoints me often.
Yeah, he always does. And there's the fast bond. Such a cool card.
And here comes 4 extra lands.
Look at that. Fast bond is so awesome. It's so
I know.
cool.
I know you've been wanting to make a fast bond deck.
I have for a while. And it's just such a neat card.
He's just gonna drop 4 extra lands on the fast bond.
Now, did he take? Oh, and then wow, that's just. I mean.
Yeah. He's going to discard Mirror Universe. And I remember, or not discard, he's going to put it back, and he didn't have to show you there. Now, I remember I had a really strong hand. I remember I had to disenchant and Time Walk. And it's like, well, should I disenchant Dark Heart in the Woods and then Time Walk and then play Juggernaut? That was probably the correct turn.
Probably, yeah.
But I wanted to play out the Juggernaut, then Time Walk next turn, but you always have to kind of respect the Time Twister can come out of nowhere.
Exactly.
That was
careful. That was just a really great
and
turn.
By the way, and now he's still dropping lands from Fastbond. Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at the land advantage that you get with the Fastbond here.
And then he's going to Ancestral Recall. He's going to fork the Recall. Oh, man.
At some point, you just have to give your... So he's going to draw 6. And by the way, any lands he gets come right out with Fastbond.
Oh, so great.
And you got to just give the player respect here. And he was
yeah. I mean, if you're playing, when you were playing him, you had to be just like, oh, this is great. I'm getting destroyed.
Yeah, it's a Sylvan Library.
A Sylvan Library comes out. I'm getting destroyed, and I don't mind it because this is just great to watch. And then he's gonna Time Walk. Just total domination.
Well, listen, I was sitting there with this Juggernaut that was
cast
there with
your stupid Juggernaut in a book, and this guy's just running rampant all over you. What can you do but just go, oh, this is great.
Listen,
look at that.
Strip
mine at any time.
I can strip mine at any
open
time.
Strip mine.
Oh.
He's going to immediately crack it. Tap a Bayou. It's going to tap 2 City. He's taking a lot of damage. It's down to 10. Oh, it doesn't matter because he's going to play a road.
And this is just, and then, oh, you know what? We'll play Howling Mine.
Yeah, and then play a Howling Mine. Why not?
Listen, why don't we recall?
And then recall. Oh, man. Oh,
this is art. It's an artwork. It's art. It really is.
This is great. And then another time.
All right.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
This is you sitting there with your stupid Juggernaut looking real dumb. Looking like a fool.
You mock the robots? Are you mocking the robots?
Looking real foolish right now.
Yeah, so the way also this works with Howling Mine and Sylvan Library. So Sylvan, you draw 3 plus 2 from the 2 Howling Mines. So you draw 5 cards, and you keep 3 of them and put 2 back.
3 and put 2 back, and that's 5 cards that you're looking through in your deck, which is, I mean, just massive.
Yes. And there's another Howling Mine. So again, this is where when you play Howling Mine like correctly, it can win games. It does have a downside that your opponent draws extra cards.
Yeah, but if you don't have a turn, then it doesn't really matter. You just sit there
Juggernaut is just
Juggernaut's like sitting there looking. He's Juggernaut's looking over and he's going, "What? So what are we doing?"
He's like, "Well, I could do 5 damage."
It's like,
and he ended turn. He ended turn.
He showed some mercy and ended a turn. Look at that board. Yeah. Look at that board. I don't even know what's going on over there.
Yeah. This also, again, I will promote the Paladins. You get to see just incredible decks in the Paladins, not just the competitive decks.
Not just the hyper kind of control, you know.
Right, just like, here's my Lion Dib deck, you know. It's you get to see this fast bond amazingness.
Okay. Listen, you have a Lotus? Hey, that's something.
You gotta like somehow talk up both sides. Like, oh well, this other deck has a Juggernaut.
Has a Juggernaut and a Lotus. How funny! You put a Lotus out, and it's just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I mean, with that Lotus, you could pump out.
Out a Trike.
Catrevis, a Trike. One of that stupid bird you have.
Yeah.
That'd be great. A Juggernaut and a bird. Oh, and he's attacking because he has no choice, and he's going to take it. Well, hold on. Did he play the... No, he didn't play the Mirror Universe yet, right?
No, so I think it's during upkeep.
During upkeep.
So
but, I mean, he had the ability to, though, because didn't he play a couple of time... He played a Time Walk?
Yeah. I think he wound up playing it, and there's the Sinkhole, baby. Let's go.
There's the strip on his
I think he wound up playing it on his last turn.
Okay. And then, look at that. A balance. But no, he's going to mana drain it.
I think trying to get rid of his lands is what the play here was.
Yeah. Trying to do something.
I was trying to sacrifice my own Juggernaut.
Trying to... a response with his own mana drain. Okay, we got a bit of a mana drain.
I always love when you see like counters get countered.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
counter battle.
Okay,
so it's going to go through, it looks like.
So balance is going to resolve. And so he's going to, in response, sack all of his lands to Dark Heart of the Woods.
Yeah, that's... Whew.
Yeah. It's a really cool card, man. Now, the question is, though, if you could not do that, and then on upkeep...
Mirror
Universe.
Right.
Or you gain all the life and you just save Mirror Universe for later. You know, it really depends what if he would know his own deck better than me, so.
I would assume, yeah.
And I've got to discard a bunch of cards.
Including an Abyss.
Including Abyss. But, I mean, he's down to 3 lands and a Mox, so that definitely... I still have a Lotus. The robot player still has the Lotus, so...
Yes. Do have a Lotus. Yeah, the balance. Balance is just a very powerful card. But he still has 3 mines. He still has the library. He still has a fast bond.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a desperate balance, but yeah, balance is extremely powerful. It's like kind of like almost a card you splash white just to run.
Yes.
Like it's really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you're going to respond with the Time Walk, cracking that Lotus to use the Time Walk. Did you use the Time Walk just now?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of thinking.
What did you use the mana for the mana drain for?
So the mana drain you get next turn. So on this turn, now I have 2 floating. Mana drain, you get the mana on your next turn. So I Time Walk. And then next turn, I get to use the mana from the mana drain.
Okay.
Certainly a good card to play with robots.
Yeah.
So I do have over 6 now with it. So now I'm going to use the 2 from there. And there he is. So I would not have been able to cast that if it wasn't for the mana drain.
So menacing.
So menacing. Let's see if that resolves. Okay, we got a creature on the board. And look, he's still got. I mean, he has a lot of life now, but he's got to be careful here.
He's back up to 20.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna. Now here comes the 3 from the library, 3 from the Howling Mine.
Whew. And then he gets to kind of keep what he wants. Really.
Right. It's that
really,
that combo
really
is
insane. That's such a cool combo right there. That is just really cool.
Naked Howling Mines are less impressive, but when you have like a relic barrier or a library, it really becomes kind of better. So listen, I have the robots has a tome and a trike. What do you want me to say?
I mean, the trike, he's looking pretty good with the trike.
The balance,
did he just drop down a desert? Is that what he dropped down, a desert?
No, I think that's a duel. That's one of the duels.
I can't even tell.
Yeah, I love desert.
We saw someone was playing with it.
That's Savannah, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
we watched a Singleton video where someone was playing deserts, which I think is really good in Singleton. So certainly the balance kind of pulling him back because he was so far. I mean, he's still far ahead.
Yeah,
but
he was gonna win.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how he comes back from the balance now.
He's gonna tap 1, tap 2, and he's gonna respond with his own balance. Okay.
I mean, this is a
interesting.
Yeah, this is like some of my favorite types of old school games where you're just fighting over board state, right? Like you're just trying to gain control of the board.
Yeah.
No one's like rushing in for a win. I'm gonna ping him for 3.
Ping for 3, obviously, and then that's gonna go away.
So responding with a balance, okay. Yeah, it's unclear. So his win condition is Channel Fireball. I did not know that when I was playing. Certainly, so we'll see if he can get there before the robots before that Clockwork Avian comes out.
Yeah. I really hope I don't see that dumb bird again.
Yeah, I mean...
Divine Offering, okay. And what are you going to target? The Mirror Universe. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
First of all, I gained 6 life from that. He also has the opponent's life total in these casino chips, if you've noticed.
Yeah.
He's got. I mean, what would you think I should Divine Offering a Howling Mine or?
I thought maybe the library, but I mean,
that's an enchantment.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Divine Offering is only
artifacts. Okay, so then disenchant, and then you're gonna disenchant the library.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then you will play a tutor. Now, what do you look for?
What do you tutor? Do you just tutor for a trike? That's the thing.
Bird?
I don't know. The dumb bird.
Oh, he's gonna fork the tutor.
This is just a fork night.
Just forking
We're just
it
all
up.
fork.
So cool.
So hey, we both get the tutor. Yeah, the fork is a phenomenal card. So I recently went to a commander night. And I most of my deck was old school cards. That's what I have.
Right.
And I actually played a fork, and 2 of the younger guys who played they recently got into Commander in the last like 2 years.
Right.
They were like, "What's fork? Like, what's that do?"
I don't blame them for not knowing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're only playing Modern and someone goes, "I'm playing a fork," what the hell is that?
Yeah.
But I feel like once you see it, you probably go, "Wow, that's actually really cool."
Right. Well, the thing is, so in the last set that came out, Neon Dynasty, there's a creature card, a mythic creature, and its ability is every time you cast a sorcery, create a copy.
Oh, okay.
It has fork built into it, so maybe fork is less impressive now.
Maybe, yeah. I'm sure it is. It's less impressive.
Yeah.
But in the old school, I think it's an incredibly versatile card.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he's going to regrowth the fork. He's going to fork the regrowth.
Yes. So as we praise fork.
As we praise fork, it comes back. I didn't even think about forking a regrowth.
I know, right? And so he's going to pull
cool.
a Time Walk. What else do you pull here? Time Walk.
What about a Time Twister?
Did he play? Oh, he did play Time Twister. He's going to pull a Lotus.
A Lotus.
So to me, that signals he has Channel Fireball. That's what that signals to me. It could be incorrect, but
He pulls the Lotus and the.
he pulled the Lotus
and
out
the
of
Time
the.
Walk.
Yeah. So he pulled the Lotus and the Time Walk, and he's going to play the Lotus and then Time Walk.
I wouldn't think just because he pulled a Lotus that he was doing Channel Fireball. I wouldn't have got that.
Let's see what he does. But yeah, I mean, forking a regrowth, brilliant.
Amazing.
So this game he has forked an Ancestral Recall, a Demonic Tutor, and a regrowth. Very good use of fork
In one game.
in one game. He's still playing out multiple lands due to the
That fast bond.
fast bond. And I have nothing on the board.
Yeah, I mean, you're still sitting there with that book, that ruby, and now you actually you're in worse because now you don't even have the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Shame.
He also, again, this is another video where my opponent is just better at card organizing. Like how good his board looks. With
Well,
his
yeah,
cards,
when you have
he's
that many
flipping them.
cards going down, you got to be organized.
Yeah. And we'll see. You're kind of. I mean, I'm tapped out. I'm at the mercy. Whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, you are just kind of like sitting there, just like a log.
Yeah.
It's like a log floating down the river. And a brain geyser. Okay. Wait,
So I
did he
think
play the
drew-
brain
he
geyser?
drew- Yeah, he did. So he drew 4. I don't know where the Black Lotus went. Did he put it in the grave? Oh no, it's still there.
It's there.
So I think he brain guys for 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh,
It's gonna crack, tap, and there comes a mirror universe.
another mirror universe.
Yeah.
But obviously very slow.
Yeah.
Not slow, but
Slow. It's,
well
it's a burn.
constructed, but takes its time.
Right. And it does take time to get into it. Like, depending on what the win condition is, it takes time to get into that position to where you can win, right?
Right.
Kind of like the deck.
Yeah. The deck just can play for an hour and then win.
Yeah, yeah. I think his deck is far more interesting and more fun to watch than the deck, but,
So, copy artifact coming out, and I wanted to copy the Chaos Orb.
Okay. And he was thinking about maybe countering it.
Maybe countering or doing something there. Or maybe, I mean, have you played 4 forks already, or?
I don't know if he's played 4 or 3. So you're going to flip on the Mirror Universe and land a flip. Hey, you've been pretty consistent with the flip. I've
been good. Yeah, I'm sure the first time I go to like a in-person tournament, I'll miss the flip.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll make fun of it.
yeah. But for webcam, I've been very high.
Yeah.
Hit rate.
You've been doing well. And that Mirror Universe has really just kind of got you shook.
Yeah,
getting
and
rid
this
of
is look at this guy. It's like the fork.
Oh man, the
magician.
fork. That had to be the fork. It's the fork master, man. I think that was the 4th fork. That should have been the final
I always see
fork.
this video. There's the person who wins, and there's the person who wins on style. He's
Oh
already
yeah,
won.
he's already won on
us
style. He won like
way
5,
ahead.
6 turns ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, just
Just
on the fork usage.
just on the forks. But I've got lots of Moxes, land cards are out, Orb is out. I mean, we'll see. Oof. Oh, that's a tough turn to pass.
Yeah.
The Mirror Universe, I've played against it, and it's so powerful. And people do all shenanigans with it.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
wasn't
you're
sure.
sitting there
like,
with
is
a
there
full
any-
hand. You got 7 cards in hand.
I know. It's like what else would I target other Mirror Universe? Like his Howling Minds, maybe. Like, but I'm also benefiting from them. I don't know.
Yeah, you're kind of getting some goods off of those.
So also going to point out, this is the first time this guy. So he has played all 5 Moxes. I've never had that on the board
yeah,
state.
yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Jet, Pearl, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Pretty
You got
neat.
3 Howling Mines. I mean, you.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on here.
Yeah,
I was
so I
gonna
have
say
a full
his
7
deck,
card
his
cans.
library is looking a little thin.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell from here, but it looks a little thin. No.
Yeah. Maybe I should have. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna count actually. Maybe I should have ancestral recalled his library.
Ooh. I don't think you need to. I mean, he's really working on those mines over there. He's
Yeah.
burning through cards. He's got to win, I think, soon here. He's going to tap all but 1 Mox. Oh, the Storm Seeker.
Storm Seeker. Like, again, I remember when he played this, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, well, I mean, I have a lot of life, but so this is a card, instant card. Interesting it's an instant, but
Yeah,
he does
it
1
is.
damage to target player for each card in his hand. So I have
And
7.
you've got 7, so that's a big 7
That's a
damage.
full
That's cool.
7. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's the instant because you could on your turn, you could like Brain Geyser your opponent and then cast Storm Seeker.
Yeah.
I was a lot of mana to do that, but like potential.
I bet you he wish he
Okay.
had a fork. Could've
Yeah.
forked it.
Oh,
That would have
yeah.
been a big 14 damage. I
Yeah.
think. I don't think that would have knocked you out. I don't know how much life you have right now. Oh, and he's popping out the channel.
And usually, yeah, when you see this come out, you're like, oh.
When you see the channel come out, you go, "Oh, I see. I get
And he
it."
goes down to 1 life. Now again, it's like if I had like I don't play if this deck doesn't have lightning bolts or anything. Like with 1 life, you could kill him.
Yeah, you're vulnerable.
Yeah, and he's gonna channel Fireball.
He's throwing. Just doing math.
So this was an interesting play. So he puts me down to 3. And he's at 1 life. So he put all of his life into the Fireball, drops me down to 3. But now, granted, he has 3 Volcanic Islands.
Right. So wait, so he's going to tap 4 for the Fireball.
Right, so he did 1 Fireball with the channel to put me
Oh.
down to 3. And he cast a second
And
Fireball
then he cast
for
the
3.
second one. Maybe he was waiting for a potential counter.
Yes, I
and
think because
he's-
I was showing 2 blue, so maybe he said just in case I'll
So
hold
yeah,
this Fireball.
which is a smart thing to do. You break it up. You try and
Yeah.
you know, bait out the counter in case he has one.
right. And if you don't, then you just cast the second.
Right.
So I mean,
That was
just
great.
dominated. Yeah, that game.
That was great.
The robots were looking puny, looking rusty.
Robots were looking a little scrappy. They got sent to the scrapyard over there.
So we'll see
you gotta
game
try
2
and
now.
come back
Robots
in
are up
game
against
2.
the wall here. Yeah, I don't think I sideboarded anything potentially. I like transmute artifacts and stuff in the sideboard. Like,
Ooh, an early workshop. Now that could be big. And it turns into a juggernaut.
yeah, I mean, a turn 2 jug that's a strong move. And granted,
Yeah.
he could have a swords, he could have whatever, but
Juggernaut in the opening like that is, I think, is pretty
Yeah.
good. That's, I think,
And this
the
is
best case
where-
scenario for a Juggernaut.
yeah, if you were running 4 workshops, which you can't in the Paladins format, but this would happen more often.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It would happen a lot more. I think you've been doing pretty good on opening workshops. Oh, and a Time Twister. Oh, an early Time
Yeah.
Twister.
Yeah, and now it's like, and yeah, I think I also had and also with the workshop, I think I had a very strong hand here, but at least able to get it out, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at least, hey, you got your workshop out. You got a Juggernaut out. You're drawing another full hand. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, last game in this match, there was no workshop, but yeah, there's been drawing a decent amount. But again, Time Twister is phenomenal.
It is. And so expensive.
Well, yeah, I mean, the paper card is very expensive.
Yeah.
But that is
And the Lotus.
drawing a Lotus off his Time Twister.
Pretty nice. Good deal.
Yeah, so him, though, he's going to want to take out this Juggernaut soon again in his deck, or get out of Mirror Universe, or something, right? At this
Something.
point, like the early, I can imagine this deck that the Fastbond deck also having a hard time with like white weenies or red aggro.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it seems to, and it wants time to develop.
Yeah. So it needs a defense.
Juggernaut got in.
Juggernaut got in. He got his 5 damage, and another one comes out. Okay.
Okay, drew that off the Time Twister.
Yeah. 2 Juggernauts is
yeah.
That's actually that's a problem.
Yeah. So now all of a sudden there's a potential of like maybe we could kind of bum rush this game.
Mm-hmm. Try and kind of just quickly run in there and snatch the steal, snatch the win.
Right. So ideally, you would love. This is a great balance, right now.
Oh yeah. He's gonna tap 4 and a fireball.
That's
on one
something. I mean,
Juggernaut.
that's
Okay.
yeah. I mean, the fireball is a win condition. Granted, he could recall it or regrowth it back, but that is his like win condition is the fireball.
Correct.
But as you said, 2 Juggernauts is a lot of pressure.
And that goes to show you, I mean, if you had to use a fireball to take out 1, it doesn't have many answers for creatures right now at this stage.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So maybe even Howling Mine for him would be good to just draw for.
Yeah.
Or Sylvan Library.
Or a Sylvan Library for sure. So you're going to get in there with another 5. You got him down to 9. What else are you going to do?
For the robot deck here?
Yeah.
Maybe play out another Juggernaut. Okay, or
yeah, pretty much.
A copy artifact and target the Juggernaut. I think when you smell the blood in the water, so to speak, or you smell the,
you kind of get that.
Yeah, he had no answer for it, so it resolved. So
yeah. You might as well. That last turn, him playing out a fireball.
It kind of
on
showed,
that one Juggernaut kind of showed that there was a bit of a crack there. There was a little bit of a weakness in his hand.
So robots, they could be quick when they need to be.
Well, especially with the copy
artifact and the workshop.
Yeah, the workshop here, but also that copy artifact is, a huge way.
Honestly, it's
really
the most versatile, best card. Yeah,
to speed up creature casts or whatever you want to do, and then he's going to come out with another fireball.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
wow. Yeah. Potentially buying another turn. Yeah. Now, granted, we'll see. He'll go down to 3, which is you're in trike range.
Yep.
It's just amazing how much different the game plays out when there's workshops, lotuses, time twister. It's just a totally different, very unique format.
Nothing like it.
No.
We played a little bit of pre-modern.
Yeah, which I'm going to try to get into, but you're really missing the speed.
You're missing the speed
of some of these cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should just take pre-modern and just add in moxes.
Just take pre-modern and add the old school cards.
Yeah. Okay, is this another? Oh, it's a tutor.
A tutor. Okay, so what are you tutoring for to win here?
I don't. It depends what's in your hand, right? It's like who knows? What do you get?
There's nothing that you can use right now with that workshop that you can cast, right? Okay, a Lotus. If you must have a trike. Yeah, he's got a trike in hand. Okay, that's game. That's game because you're gonna get those three arms and shoot them.
Yeah.
Very cool. Quick game. I think he was never really able to kind of get off the ground in that game, and I think you were just putting a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, and just it's a Lotus workshop for 6 is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool that you can do stuff like that in old school.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about when we were playing pre-modern. I was like, just like, none of that is really an option.
Can I just tutor for a Lotus and just play out of it?
Now he's got. Oh, was that a 1 turn or was that 2 turns?
That was he did turn 1. So he's done 2 turns.
Okay.
And again, when you're playing robots, you don't want to see your opponent mana ramp up way ahead of you because like this. Because
like what's
it's
happening
like
right now.
Right, because you're a slower deck. And
Right.
so
Once they get ahead, it's hard to try and catch up.
yeah. And now I just can't use Strip Mine because I just need mana.
Yeah, that's yeah. But a Lotus has been seeing a lot of action lately.
Yeah.
Lotus, and he's gonna copy the Lotus. So now you have quite a bit of mana here, and he's gonna crack them both for a Trike or a Tetravis. Trike.
Yeah. And again, Copy Artifact just coming in big.
Copy Artifact is huge.
It's a huge card. So they are being able to copy a Lotus and get 6 mana. Like, ooh.
It's massive. It's massive. And he's got a
That's
Disenchant on the board. It's going to go away, but you'll hit him for 3. Yeah, it's a shame because you kind of you spent a Lotus and a Copy Artifact to get that Trike out just to do 3 damage. You know.
Yeah. That's the risk of it. I figured it was worth gambling.
It was worth gambling.
Granted, it could be Animate Dead on it later, but
yeah, that's right. You do run an Animate Dead in this deck too, which I think is really cool.
Someone actually recommended I run All Hallows Eve because it's like, the robots get killed so quick and they could all come back out, but that could be interesting to build All Hallows Eve robots.
That sounds like something fun to try out.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Old School. You just kind of get an idea.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, that sounds fun. Try it out. 9 into 10 times it doesn't work out. But,
No less than that. Here's a time walk. And we were just seeing Power 9 thrown around like it's nothing in this whole match.
This is just a whole lot of power.
Like 7 out of 10 times it doesn't work. Old School's got
7.
some.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna tap 2, and he's gonna regrow the Time Walk.
Yeah, he's gonna play it.
And play it
of course,
immediately.
he's got the mana base to do it.
Basically, get that extra card draw.
Yeah, now and it just feels like the robot deck is just falling behind.
Yeah,
very rapidly.
Sputtering, and he's gonna channel.
So this is gonna be a very bizarre move for people still watching late in the video. This is a very bizarre ending to this match. So he channels away all of his life down to 1.
Oh, and okay. And is he?
And he's tapping a Mox red, so he's probably going to fireball here.
Oh, okay. He's got it, right?
So, yes, but he only has enough. So it says 2, but he put me down to 5 life is what he put me down to with 3 open.
And then he's going to hit you with a sword. Wow, okay.
Well, but here's the thing. It costs 4 to cast, and he just tapped 3. So the thing that just happened was he left 1 floating mana from channel in his pool, and then passed turn thinking he could use it with the 3 that he tapped for Stormseeker. Because Stormseeker's 4.
Oh, so he passed turn, or did he pass?
He passed turn.
Oh.
And so the 1 floating mana killed him on mana burn.
Oh, wow. What a miscalculation.
And so if he had just waited another turn, he would have killed me. But there was a time constraint in the match where he had to finish and just miscalculated and passed turn with a floating mana. So yeah, he does lose, but Robots gets by on a lucky win.
Yeah,
That's
you got by on pretty lucky win there. Yeah,
mistake. Yeah, but again, the only format where people play with mana burn, it actually
can come back and bite you.
It can come back there.
Most people don't play. I know people. They hate
the Swedish
mana burn.
rolls play with it. Yeah,
they can't stand it.
I think it's needed with these old cards for balance, for things like that. The balance.
That's always been our argument for mana burn. I think it has a place just because there are so many powerful cards in this format that it's easy to really just kind of run away and do whatever you want without very little consequences.
Right. You know, I mean, think about tap, time walk, time, tap. Like, no, wait a second.
Yeah. Well, that was great. That was an excellent match.
Excellent match, and Robots squeak by, and they'll be back, I'm sure, in the future.
Robots made it out of the scrapyard, just barely.
Just barely.